Hotels, a home away from home, right? A place of comfort, relaxation, and maybe a little luxury. But beneath the plush robes and sparkling lobbies, hotels are masters of the upsell, using clever tactics to squeeze every last dollar out of your vacation budget. They're full of hidden fees and sneaky surcharges the front desk might never fully explain. Whether you're in a budget motel or a five-star resort, an unexpected charge could be just around the corner. Some mistakes could cost you a few extra dollars. Others could leave your wallet feeling completely empty. We're talking about phantom resort fees, inflated amenity prices, and sneaky cancellation policies. Today, we're exposing 15 common tricks hotels use to charge you more, so you can avoid those vacation-ruining financial surprises. Stay tuned, because some of these charges are things almost everyone falls for. Let's dive right into the first major offender, a trap that consistently catches countless travelers off guard: the resort fee. You've scrolled through endless booking sites, meticulously comparing prices, and finally, you've found it, the perfect room at what seems like an incredible rate. You click book, breathe a sigh of relief, imagining yourself lounging by the pool. But then, as you're reviewing the final charges, or, even worse, as you're checking out, bam, a non-negotiable resort fee is slapped onto your bill. This isn't just a few bucks. These fees can easily add $20, $30, even $50 or more per night. And here's the kicker: it's often hidden in the fine print, deliberately separated from the base room rate to make the initial price appear more attractive on comparison websites. Don't be fooled by the name, either. This isn't just for properties that are actual resorts. Many city hotels have adopted variations like amenity fees, urban fees, or destination fees. They claim these mandatory add-ons cover supposed perks like Wi-Fi, access to the gym, a daily newspaper, or even bottled water in your room. Amenities that, let's be honest, should arguably be included in the price of your stay in the first place. The cruel irony is you're often charged for these things, whether you use them or not. The best defense: always, and I mean always, scrutinize the total price before confirming your booking. If you're using a third-party site, drill down into the taxes and fees section. Better yet, call the hotel directly and explicitly ask about all mandatory fees that aren't included in the quoted room rate. Don't let this sneaky hidden fee spoil your budget before your vacation even truly begins. Next up, let's talk about the early check-in or late checkout game. You've arrived on an overnight flight, exhausted but eager to start your vacation. Or perhaps your flight home isn't until late evening, and you want to squeeze in a few more hours of sightseeing. You approach the front desk, hopeful for a little flexibility. Many hotels will happily accommodate you, but often for a price. What might seem like a simple courtesy can come with a hefty hourly charge, or even a fee equivalent to a half-day or full-day rate. Think about it. If you check in just 2 hours early, that could easily add another $50, $100 to your bill. Similarly, wanting to check out a mere 3 hours late could set you back just as much. Hotels know travelers are often in a bind with flight schedules, and they capitalize on this convenience. While some hotels offer complimentary early check-in or late checkout to their elite loyalty members. For the vast majority of guests, it's a quick and easy way for the hotel to generate extra revenue. How do you play this game smartly? First, always ask politely if they can waive the fee due to room availability or if they have a complimentary option for loyalty members. Sometimes, if you're lucky and the hotel isn't fully booked, they might grant a small extension. Second, and more reliably, plan your arrival and departure times carefully. Can you arrange for a secure luggage storage at the hotel and explore the city before your official check-in time? Or, on departure day, can you store your bags and enjoy a final meal or visit to a museum before heading to the airport? Don't let a few extra hours turn into a significant dent in your travel funds. Then there's the classic minibar mirage. Just like cruise ships, hotel minibars are notorious money pits. That chilled soda or tiny bag of gourmet potato chips might look incredibly tempting after a long journey or a late night out, but every single item is marked up as we're talking $6 for a can of Coke that costs $1 at a convenience store, or $12 for a small bag of nuts. But here's the really sneaky part. Many modern minibars are equipped with sensors. This means that if you simply lift an item, even if you don't open it to inspect it, or to make space for your own items, you might automatically be charged. The system assumes you've consumed it. You then have to dispute the charge at checkout, which can be an awkward and time-consuming process. Avoid this expensive trap entirely. As soon as you enter your room, resist the temptation to even glance at the minibar offerings. Instead, make a quick trip to a local convenience store, grocery store, or even a pharmacy. You can stock up on all your favorite snacks and drinks for a fraction of the price. Your wallet will certainly thank you for dodging this pervasive and costly illusion. Finally, for this act, let's talk about the parking predicament. You've pulled up to your hotel, excited to unload your luggage and settle in, perhaps after a long drive. But before you even get through the front doors, many city hotels, and even some seemingly innocent suburban ones, will hit you with a daily parking fee that can honestly rival the cost of your room. It's a recurring charge that can add tens of dollars per night, quickly turning a reasonably priced hotel stay into an expensive ordeal. Valet parking, while offering a layer of convenience and sometimes necessary in dense urban areas, almost always carries an even higher charge, often with additional gratuities expected. The key here is to never assume parking is free, even if the hotel has a large lot or is located outside of a major metropolitan center. Hotels rarely volunteer this information during the booking process, preferring it to be a surprise. How do you navigate this? Research, research, research. Before you even book, check the hotel's website or call them directly to inquire about parking fees. Look for nearby public garages or parking lots, which are often significantly cheaper than hotel parking. Sometimes, a short walk from a public garage can save you a substantial amount of money over a multi-night stay. For road trippers, consider hotels that explicitly advertise complimentary parking, even if it means staying a little further from the absolute city center. Don't let your car's resting spot cost you more than your own. Alright, let's shift gears from the initial shock of arrival to the more subtle ways hotels pick your pocket once you're settled in your room and using their services. These are the conveniences that often come with a hidden price tag, turning everyday needs into luxury expenses. First, there's the pricey Wi-Fi convenience. In this hyper-connected age, shouldn't Wi-Fi be as standard and free as running water in every hotel? You'd think so, wouldn't you? Yet, many hotels still choose to charge for internet access, and it's not just a flat fee. They often offer tiered services. You might get a basic, sluggish connection for a lower price, while faster speeds for streaming or multiple devices come with an additional, often significant, daily charge. What seems like a basic necessity can quickly add up, especially on a longer trip where a daily $10, $15 Wi-Fi fee turns into a substantial sum. This is a pure convenience charge, knowing that most travelers rely heavily on internet access for work, entertainment, or simply staying in touch. How to beat this? If you're a member of a hotel's loyalty program, check if free Wi-Fi is offered as a perk. Often, it's one of the most valuable benefits. Otherwise, rely on your phone's data plan if you have unlimited data or a generous allowance. For quick checks, look for cafes with free Wi-Fi nearby, or see if the hotel offers a complimentary, albeit slower, option in the lobby or common areas. Don't pay for what should be free. Then we have room service. The ultimate luxury markup. You're craving a late-night snack, perhaps after a long day of sightseeing, or you simply prefer the comfort of dining in your pajamas. Room service offers unparalleled convenience, but it comes at an exorbitant premium. Not only are the food prices themselves significantly higher than what you'd pay for the exact same dish in the hotel, restaurant, or, heaven forbid, a local eatery, but you'll also typically face a cascade of additional charges. There's almost always a flat service charge, a separate delivery fee, and then, of course, an expected gratuity on top of everything. All these additional charges can easily double, or even triple, the cost of your meal. That $25 burger quickly becomes a $50 plus expenditure. Hotels know they have a captive audience, especially late at night or when guests are too tired to venture out. For those late-night cravings or a desire for a private meal, consider packing some non-perishable snacks, ordering from a local food delivery service. Check with the front desk if they allow outside food deliveries. Or, if you're in a city, finding a nearby 24-hour eatery or convenience store. Planning ahead can save you a fortune on these inflated prices. Don't overlook the innocent-looking bottled water's hidden cost. Those two elegantly branded bottles of water sitting invitingly on your nightstand or next to the minibar might look like a complimentary welcome gesture. But in hotels that charge for them, they are almost never free. Assume they're not included unless there's a clear sign stating complimentary or they are explicitly offered upon check-in. Always check for a price list nearby. You'll often find them listed at $4, $5, or even more per bottle. It's a classic low-fort, high-profit item for hotels. The solution is simple. Bring your own reusable water bottle. Most airports have water filling stations, and you can easily fill it up before you even get to the hotel. Alternatively, purchase a larger, cheaper bottle of water from a local supermarket or convenience store. Stay hydrated without draining your vacation fund on overpriced H2O, and beware of the accidental extra person charge. Did you initially book the room for one person, but then your partner decided to join you? Or perhaps a friend spontaneously joined your trip and you figured they could just crash on the existing bed? Many hotels have a standard occupancy limit per room, typically 2 people. If you exceed that limit, even if no additional bed or services are required, the hotel will often charge an additional fee for each extra guest. This isn't just about providing extra towels. It's a way for them to maximize revenue per room. These charges can vary widely, but can easily be $20 to $50 per person, per night. It's crucial to be upfront about the correct number of guests when You make your booking to avoid this potentially awkward and costly surprise at check-in or check-out. While it might be tempting to sneak someone in, it's generally not worth the risk of being caught and facing a significant fee or even a dispute. Honesty here is the best policy for your wallet. Lastly, in this act, let's touch upon pricey business center services. Suddenly need to print a boarding pass because your phone died, or perhaps you absolutely must send a fax. Yes, some places still use them. The hotel's business center is there for you, conveniently located. But convenience often comes at a steep price. These centers frequently charge exorbitant per-page rates for printing, sometimes $1 or more per page, or permanent fees for computer usage. These are pure convenience charges, designed to capitalize on travelers who find themselves in a bind or without access to their own equipment. How to avoid this unnecessary expense? Plan ahead. Whenever possible, print essential documents like boarding passes before you even leave home. Utilize mobile boarding passes and confirmations on your smartphone. If you anticipate needing to print something, look for local public libraries, print shops, or even internet cafes in the area, which will almost always offer significantly cheaper rates. Don't let a last-minute printing need eat into your souvenir budget. Alright, we've navigated the initial booking and the sneaky in-room charges. Now, let's explore the hotel's clever ways of extracting more cash through the amenities and experiences they offer. These are the supposed perks that, while enticing, often come with a surprisingly hefty price tag attached. Let's start with the almost mythical souvenir keycard fee myth. For years, a persistent rumor has floated around that hotels will hit you with a hefty charge if you don't return your room keycard at checkout. This often creates a sense of guilt or urgency for guests to dutifully hand over their plastic rectangle. While hotels certainly appreciate getting their keycards back for reuse, it helps them manage inventory and reduce waste. The idea of a significant fee for keeping it as a souvenir is, for the most part, a myth. Modern keycards are relatively inexpensive to produce. We're talking pennies, not dollars. The technology used in most modern keycard systems makes them easily reprogrammable, so there's no real security risk or major financial loss for the hotel if you decide to pocket one. Some older, less common systems might have a very small token charge for unreturned physical keys, but it's rarely enforced or more than $1 or $2. The real trick here isn't about a direct, impactful charge on your bill. Instead, it's about hotels subtly instilling a sense of obligation or even fear, which indirectly benefits them by improving their keycard recovery rates and reducing their need to order new batches as frequently. So, if you really want a small, innocuous souvenir from your trip, and it's a standard plastic keycard, go ahead and keep it. The chances of being charged anything substantial are incredibly slim. Just be mindful of older metal key systems, where the key itself might have a deposit or be part of a larger, more traditional lock system. But for the typical modern hotel stay, this fee is largely a phantom, designed more to influence behavior than to generate direct revenue. Next, consider the pricey business center services. You're traveling for leisure, but suddenly you need to print a boarding pass because your flight details changed, or you realized your mobile ticket isn't sufficient. Perhaps you have a last-minute work email that requires a quick printout. The hotel's business center seems like a savior, conveniently located just a few steps from your room. But be warned, this convenience almost always comes at an exorbitant price. These centers frequently charge outrageous per-page rates for printing. It's not uncommon to see $1 or even $2 per page, or steep permanent fees for computer usage. Need to send a fax? Prepare for an even higher charge. These are classic convenience charges, strategically designed to capitalize on travelers who find themselves in a bind, away from their home office, or simply without access to their own printer. They know you're likely in a hurry and have limited options, so they can dictate the price. How do you escape this trap? Plan ahead. Whenever possible, print essential documents like boarding passes, reservation confirmations, or anything critical before you even leave home. Utilize mobile boarding passes and confirmations on your smartphone whenever they're accepted. If you anticipate needing to print something while on your trip, research local public libraries, internet cafes, or dedicated print shops in the area. These alternatives will almost always offer significantly cheaper rates for printing and computer access. Don't let a last-minute printing need eat into your souvenir budget or force you to pay extortionate rates. Then there's the nuanced world of concierge upselling. A hotel concierge can be an absolute godsend, a fount of local knowledge, able to secure coveted restaurant reservations or tickets to sold-out shows. Their expertise can truly enhance your trip. However, it's crucial to remember that concierges, while providing a valuable service, often have partnerships or receive commissions from certain tours, restaurants, shops, or transportation services. This means they might subtly or not so subtly guide you towards options that financially benefit the hotel or their partners, rather than necessarily being the absolute best value or experience for you. For instance, they might recommend a specific tour operator because the hotel gets a cut, even if a comparable, more affordable, or more authentic experience exists elsewhere. They're not necessarily being malicious, but their recommendations might be influenced by factors beyond just your best interest. The trick here is to use the concierge as a starting point, a valuable resource for ideas, but always do your own independent research as well. Don't be afraid to ask for a range of options and politely inquire if they have any alternative suggestions. Cross-reference their recommendations with online reviews from independent sources. Your goal is to get the best experience for your money, not to unwittingly contribute to the hotel's commission structure. And watch out for the complimentary breakfast that isn't quite what you expected. Many hotels loudly advertise complimentary breakfast as a major selling point, drawing you in with the promise of a free morning meal. But it's absolutely crucial to delve into the fine print and clarify the details of what this complimentary offering actually entails. Sometimes, this perk only applies to specific, more expensive room types, to guests who are part of a particular loyalty program tier, or to those who booked a specific, higher-priced package. For others, the complimentary breakfast might be a bare-bones continental offering. Think stale pastries, lukewarm coffee, and sad fruit. If you want a full, hot breakfast with eggs, bacon, and made-to-order omelets, that will almost certainly come with an additional, often significant, charge. The trick is the baton switch. They lure you in with the idea of a free meal, but the reality is a much more limited or non-existent for your booking offering than what you envisioned. Always clarify exactly what's included and what's extra before you count on a lavish, free morning spread. If the complimentary option is lackluster, consider finding a local diner or cafe for a better and often more authentic breakfast experience at a similar or even lower cost. We're in the final stretch now, folks, the checkout process and beyond. This is where hotels can spring some of their nastiest surprises, hoping you're too tired or eager to leave to scrutinize your bill. But with these last few tips, you'll be ready to spot those hidden charges and ensure you leave with your wallet intact. First, let's talk about unchecked incidental holds. This is a tricky one because it doesn't appear as a charge yet, but it can significantly impact your available funds. When you check into a hotel, especially with a credit card, the hotel will almost certainly place a hold on your card for an amount greater than just the room rate. This incidental hold is designed to cover potential extra charges like minibar purchases, room service, pay-per-view movies, or even potential damages to the room. While this is standard practice, the amount of the hold can sometimes be surprisingly high, easily hundreds of dollars more than your expected bill. The problem arises when this hold isn't released promptly after you check out. It reduces your available credit and can take anywhere from a few days to, frustratingly, a week or even longer to clear from your bank or credit card statement. This can be a real headache if you have a tight budget or are relying on that credit. For other expenses, the trick here is the potential delay in release, which hotels are often not transparent about. Your defense: when checking in, politely ask about the amount of the incidental hold and when you can expect it to be released after checkout. Keep an eye on your credit card statement or bank account in the days following your stay to ensure the hold is removed promptly. If it lingers, don't hesitate to call the hotel and politely but firmly request its immediate release. Next up, a major source of frustration and unexpected costs. Cancellation policy confusion. You think you've booked a flexible rate, giving you peace of mind should your plans change. But then, when an unforeseen event forces you to cancel, a quick glance at the cancellation policy reveals you needed to cancel 72 hours in advance, not the 24 hours you assumed, to avoid a penalty. Or worse, you booked a non-refundable rate because it was a few dollars cheaper, only to realize that means zero flexibility. Hotels often have incredibly complex and varied cancellation rules, dependent on the rate type, the booking channel, and even the time of year. Non-refundable rates are heavily promoted because they guarantee income for the hotel, even if you don't show up. The trick is that these crucial details are often buried in dense legalistic text or presented in a way that's easy to overlook during the booking process. Your best defense is vigilance. Before you click confirm, always read the cancellation policy carefully. If your travel plans are even slightly uncertain, it's often worth paying a little more for a genuinely flexible rate that allows for last-minute changes or cancellations. Alternatively, consider purchasing travel insurance that covers unforeseen cancellations, but again, read that policy carefully too. Don't let a change of plans double the cost of your untaken trip. Let's discuss overpriced laundry services. After a few days into your trip, your suitcase might be looking a bit emptier on the clean side. Spilled something on your favorite shirt? The hotel laundry service is readily available, often with a helpful bag and price list in your closet. But prepare yourself for absolute sticker shock. Washing and pressing a single shirt can cost several dollars, and a full load of laundry can easily run into the tens, if not hundreds, of dollars. These services are a massive markup on what it would cost to do laundry yourself, or at a local facility. Hotels offer them as a pure convenience for guests who either can't or won't seek alternatives. The trick is their sheer accessibility and the feeling that you have no other option. For longer stays, there are much more economical alternatives. First, pack smart. Bringing enough clothes to last your trip, or planning to hand wash smaller items like socks and underwear in your rooms. Sink using travel-sized detergent. Second, research local self-service laundromats, often called laundrettes in Europe. A quick search on your phone can reveal one just a few blocks away, where you can wash and dry a full load for a fraction of the hotel's cost. Don't let a coffee stain cost you more than your meal. Finally, while not a direct charge, it's about making your room seem like less of a sanctuary to entice you out and spend more. Hotels are masters of subtly encouraging you to leave your room and spend money at their bars, restaurants, spas, or gift shops. This isn't about charging you for your room, but making your room less appealing than other revenue-generating areas. Think about it. Rooms are often designed to be comfortable, but not overly enticing for long periods. You might notice the lack of a proper desk for comfortable work forcing you to the business center, or perhaps only one comfortable chair, discouraging long, relaxed stays. The in-room dining menu is deliberately pricey, pushing you to the restaurant. The gym might be well equipped, but the spa treatments are tempting upside. There's often limited natural light or a less than perfect view unless you pay for an upgrade. The trick is to subtly nudge you out of your private space and into the public, revenue-generating areas of the hotel. Your defense: be intentional with your time. If you want to relax in your room, bring your own entertainment, snacks, and drinks. Don't feel compelled to spend money in every corner of the hotel just because it's there. Your room is your base. The rest of the hotel is an optional playground. And there you have it, folks. 15 tricks hotels use to charge you more. I know it's a lot to remember, but armed with this knowledge, you can navigate your next hotel stay like a seasoned pro and keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. Remember, a little preparation and vigilance go a long way. So, read the fine print, ask questions, and don't assume anything is free. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the sneakiest hotel fee or trick you've ever encountered? Share your stories in the comments below and help your fellow travelers stay savvy.